Welcome back to my channel. I'm James. Today we're going to be reviewing and deep diving into Cheers, the complete series on Blu-ray. This is a massive Blu-ray set that was just recently released by CBS Home Entertainment and Paramount Studios. Now I will tell you, this was not sent to me for review. This I actually went out and bought on my own with my own money, and it is one of those sets that was not sent out to review for anybody. So it was one I was curious what the quality was actually going to be, and if it was something that I was going to be excited I spent my money on, or if it was something I thought I should have just kept the old DVDs. In this video today, I'm going to cover everything about this box set. I did all my exclusive testing on it, and I've got a lot of information to share on this, so we're going to get started right into this. Now, up above, you're going to see the images pulled directly from these discs, and I can tell you it's presented in its original aspect ratio of 1.33 to 1. They didn't alter it or change it at all for this box set. Now, I'm not going to sit here and hold this entire time because it's extremely heavy, and I'll just show you here on the side so you can kind of see here. It has all 11 seasons in individual Blu-ray cases. I'll do a little unboxing later on in this video, but I just want to show you how massive this is. It has a full 33 Blu-ray discs in here as well. So it is quite heavy and quite a massive box set. Now, if you decide after watching this review that you want to buy Cheers the Complete Series on Blu-ray, I've posted those direct links from Amazon in the description section and as a pinned comment in the comment section below. Just like with this video, the only way I can always continue to create videos like this is through you, my viewers and subscribers' support. Those links down there add a little bit of support to this YouTube channel, but never cost you even a penny extra when you click on those links. So make sure if after watching this review you do decide you're going to buy Cheers, make sure to click through those links I've posted down below. As I said, they don't cost you anything extra, but that little bit of support helps in the creation of videos just like this, because these are not sent for review. They take me a ton of time and work to dive through and analyze all of these complete series sets. So make sure if you decide you're going to buy this to click on those links I've posted down there below. Now, Cheers ran from 1982 to 1993 for 11 seasons. It was a massive TV series. And it is one of those comedy, kind of like, I guess I could say it's more or less a dramedy. It's got a lot of stories that take place mostly inside Cheers, the bar, restaurant. And it's about basically people that know each other and get to know each other, become friends, and they eat there and drink there. And it's all their stories intertwined together, the comedy of how long they've known each other and kind of like ragging on each other, teasing each other, and some really good humor and jokes throughout it. It is a classic TV series and one that is extremely enjoyable to watch. The episodes are short. There are some multi-part episodes, part 1s, part 2s, part 3s, things like that. And the stories drastically evolve over time the more you watch this series. Though I am going to point something out for those of you that are new that have not ever seen this series originally. It was filmed on film, and I can tell you when it was put onto these Blu-rays, they are going off of the original film elements. And I can tell you it does have quite a bit of film grain from those film elements that were present on this Blu-ray set. That is intentional. That is not something wrong. That is not something we want them to get rid of. And I can tell you they did not DNR it away in this entire series. The film grain is present from the very first episode all the way until the last episode. I can tell you the film grain does fluctuate throughout it. Because of the earlier seasons and the time period where they're from, the film grain has a little bit more instabilities in the earlier seasons and does get more stable as the series went on. There are things like black speckles and little tears, and you'll notice sometimes little white speckles that appear throughout it based off of the scan they did, then transferring it onto these Blu-rays. That is just inherently present based on the original film elements and the remaster that they did for this Blu-ray set. It is not something that I ever see them going back and making a 4K Ultra HD release of this set. If you're waiting for one, I don't think we are ever going to get it. I think this is going to be the final release of Cheers that we get. And I can tell you when I get to my review score at the end, it'll let you know if this is actually worth buying then. But as far as the actual film elements go and what they did with this release, it is a nice improvement in image quality, quite drastically over any of the previous releases of Cheers ever on home video. That includes all of the previous DVD releases of Cheers that have ever been released anywhere worldwide. There is a nice increase in details. Like I said, the film grain is very nice throughout it, other than, like I said, those things with fluctuations. And overall, the colors and the details that they're able to bring for this series really brings it to whole new life that really made it an enjoyable experience watching this. that did surprise me because I was kind of worried this was going to be DNR'd to death and be a horrible transfer that they compressed down. Thankfully, I can tell you, it's not compressed down horribly. It actually looks pretty dang good. Now, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to go down and give this video a like and a thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. Just like with this video, this is something I exclusively do here on this YouTube channel, pulling the native images off of the discs, showing those above, and then sharing all the testing data I go through on these sets. You never want to miss out on any of these exclusive videos or reviews or content that I release here on my YouTube channel. So make sure to go down there, give this video a like and a thumbs up for me, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. Now, talking about the audio for the complete series on Blu-ray here, we do get an English DTS HD Master Audio 2.0 mix. I can tell you it sounds very clean and very clear. There is some slight hisses and things that I noticed in it, just having to do with when the audio track for the clapping comes on and then you hear those in the audience clapping. Sometimes there is some over noise from that you will hear, but that's always going to be present because of how they actually created this series. A lot of it was done with either live audiences and some of it was done with a clap and laugh track, which then when they incorporated that, there was always some slight issues due to how they did that back in the 80s. Keep in mind that's always going to be present and not going to go away. The things that are a big improvement on the audio though is the clarity. The clarity on the audio mix that they put on every single season of this Blu-ray release is very nicely improved over all of the previous Blu-ray releases that were ever released of Cheers. You can hear things much better. You can hear the clip-clopping of their shoes, the little things like when they ting the glasses together or they set a glass on the counter and you can hear it sliding across. You really couldn't notice that much on the previous DVD releases. You can on this. It sounds very, very nice for a 2.0 audio mix, and the English DTS HD Master Audio is a nice improvement over the previous DVD releases that I was surprised we got on this. So I think they did the best they possibly could with that 2.0 audio mix and gave us the best that was available on this release. Now, this series is presented in a full 1080p HD transfer on this Blu-ray release. It is not one of those that's a 720p upscaled onto Blu-ray. It is a full 1080p. It's based on those original film elements, like I explained, that they went back and scanned to put onto this Blu-ray release, which is noticeable, drastically noticeable, with the details that you see through the film grain and the details present as you're noticing those images above. Now I can tell you, I'm going to show you up above an image of the actual menu. This is a downside of these releases. Now the menus are not super interactive. As you can see, it's basically a still image, kind of like a lot of these front covers, that it kind of shows a still image for each season. Then you get your options next to it. You get your menu where it shows your episodes. You can either play all. It gives you your subtitles if you need English. They are available on every season throughout the series, so it does have English subtitles, so you're not missing out on any of those. And then basically if there's special features on one of the discs, which there are special features I'll get to here in a second, but on the special features, you can choose through those and play those as well. And that's it. It's a basic menu. It works. There's no issues with it. And I'm okay with it. It doesn't have to be super fancy because what I want and what I really want them to spend the time on is the image and the sound quality. That's where they put their work on this set. It's not spending tons of time in making sure that the basically menu is super interactive. It's very simple. It's point, click, and play. And I'm okay with that. I wish maybe that it had a little bit better than a black background on it, but that's just me being nitpicky. It doesn't change the enjoyment of the series or the quality of the series at all. Now, talking about total runtime here. For the total runtime of the entire 11 seasons of Cheers, the complete series, is a whopping 6,646 minutes runtime. Wow. It is a ton of content you get in this massive complete series box set on 33 Blu-ray discs. As I mentioned previously, they are not over-compressed. There is, in some instances, some slight digital noise that is present on it, but that is due to how it was transferred, and it's not horrible. It's very, very slight, and you kind of with the film grain throughout it, don't notice it as much because there is film grain throughout it, that it kind of blends into it more, that most people probably aren't ever going to notice it. Now, something I do want to touch on that's important to understand, especially for those of you that have never seen Cheers originally, don't understand how film elements work and the time periods when they filmed these. When this was originally filmed on the film stock, because of how these were stored, there is some color fluctuations that exist in this without them doing a brand new restoration. Like a lot of the times I talk about in a lot of my 4K reviews. There's such a thing as 4K restorations without them going in and doing a brand new restoration. Those color fluctuations are present on the original film elements, and you'll notice where it'll go from one scene where maybe everyone's skin looks pretty normal to another scene where everyone's skin's slightly lighter colored, then it goes right back to looking normal again. That's just present at the time period, how these were stored, the film elements, and like I said, the only way those would change is if there was a full restoration, which for a series like this, I'm amazed we even got this in this quality on Blu-ray in the first place, because I really didn't ever see a lot of these series coming out. Now, if you haven't done so yet, I previously reviewed like the MacGyver complete series Blu-ray set. I did that a couple of years back. That's another release from CBS Home Entertainment and Paramount Studios. If you haven't checked out that complete series review, you'll want to check out that after you get done watching this review. But they've been releasing, it seems like, about 2 of these complete series sets every year. I've been reviewing every single one of them, though they aren't sent for review like this one was. I have to go out there and buy it and then do all my testing and analysis on it. That's why it's very important, if you enjoy the work and the time I put into these, to make sure to support these videos. And watching these videos is great, but you do have to remember the financial support is very important in the creation of these videos. So if you want to give a super thanks or join my VIP club, that is very important for me to be able to continue financially to create videos like this. They take tons of time and work, just like this video. I got this in about 2 weeks ago, and I've been working on it for the last 2 weeks while I've been working on other videos. And it takes tons and tons of time. Now, I'm going to talk about the special features here for a minute. Most of them that are in here are contained on SD footage. So you get to see how good this HD transfer is on these Blu-rays. If you go and watch some of those special features that are in SD, and then you go and watch some of the episodes, you'll really be blown away and surprised when you see the difference in quality between the old SD DVD transfers, that's the special features on there, versus the new HD transfer. It really is a nice job. On here, there is one special feature that's actually a lot of fun. If you're a big fan of Cheers and you know a lot about the Cheers history, stories, behind the scenes things, there's actually a HD special feature on the season 1 that it's actually a Cheers trivia game. And it goes through all little things, different trivia, and it was a fun thing that if you want to play with your wife or whoever you want to play it with, it's a fun trivia game to dive into. That one is in HD. The rest of the special features, which there's a lot of them in here, there's behind the scenes with Ted Danson, there's things about talking about the different love elements on it and the love stories, there's rules of the game, different talks with Coach Ernie, there's a special feature called I'll Drink to That, that's an SD as well. All of those are available on here as well, so there was some nice special features to check out on here. Now, I can tell you, as far as what they did for this box set, I am a big fan of how they did each individual season in individual Blu-ray cases. To show you on season 1, you do get this cover artwork on here. When you get inside here, there's no back cover art on these inside the case, but that's okay, and I'll show you why. In here, it does list off every episode that's on each of the discs in here. It shows disc number, the season it is, and it goes through that on each and every disc, so you know what you've got on each disc. I can tell you I exclusively tested every disc in this set. I've got some great news for all of you worldwide that want to buy or import this to any country worldwide. Every disc in this set is 100% region free. As always, I exclusively test everything that I get in. Thankfully, Paramount did not region lock this. So if you're wanting to buy this or import this, that link I post from Amazon down there below ships anywhere worldwide. As I was saying on the disc, how it lists off the episodes, what Paramount did and CBS did that I liked, on the back of here, instead of just talking about the series, each disc is listed here with the episode titles listed as well to match up with the discs on the inside. So if you're wanting to kind of look at it without having to open it up or get the discs out, it's nice they listed all the episodes out and what discs they're on the back side of each case of each season as well. Now, to show you this massive box set, it does have nice artwork on it, though I will tell you, just like what I did when I reviewed my Andy Griffith complete series box set, that was one from a year or two ago from CBS as well that I've reviewed. On that Andy Griffith box set, the same thing I said is they're doing these same box sets where the outer boxing is very thin cardboard. So it's not horrible, because once you get it up on your shelf, like I store mine behind me, you just slip out each case out of it very easily, and then you take each season and go watch it. So to me, the thin cardboard, it's okay. I understand that they're spending more time on not over compressing the discs like what Mill Creek does, and they're giving us plenty of discs so that the content looks good, and I'm okay with that. I like the individual seasons, and the box set, like I said, it's thinner cardboard, but we can let that go because we get individual seasons in nice Blu-ray cases. I do like how they each say season 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way across. Final one though says the final season. I would have rather that to have said season 11. That's again me being nitpicky. They each have individual artwork on them. I did like that. They all match up. I know it doesn't seem like it right here because I'm holding it and it's sagging. But when you have it on your shelf and it's completely level, it all is nice artwork all the way across, all the way symmetrical, matching up, which I did like that they took the time to do that. On the back of the box, it does say TV's most legendary bar. Really is. There are some amazing stories in here that are just a fun time. You really can't beat even the theme song on this. I personally think Cheers has one of my favorite theme songs from the 80s of all time. My wife and I, when we started playing this originally a couple of weeks ago, we were sitting there like humming along and singing the song. By the time you get done watching a few episodes, you're back to knowing every lyric in the song and you sing it every time. And we never skip it. We like the song so much, we let it play every single time. And then at the end, when the credits are playing, we let those play because we like the song. It's just a very nice piano theme. And I think it's one of those just absolutely enjoyable theme songs for a TV series that once you hear it, you can't ever forget it. But anyhow, it's what a great series. On the back here, it does say Cheers. I will tell you, CBS and Paramount Studios did a much better job. After the last review I did of their set where I talked about that it was off center, they centered the artwork this time. So Cheers is in the center now. So if you put it on your case this way, it'll have it completely in the center here with all of their logos on it. On the top here, it does have Cheers as well. And then showing you the bottom here, it was kind of nice. They put the original sign, maximum room capacity, 75 persons. If you remember this, it's on the door by where they first enter the bar at Cheers. Every time somebody comes in, it's on the door right there. They put that on the bottom, which I like that little bit of touch. This is what season 2 looks like. Completely different artwork with Shelley Long on it. I don't really like Shelley Long's face in a lot of these artworks, but I do like Shelley Long as an actress. Side season 2, and again, lists off any special features, which there are special features on this set as well. So as I said, a lot of them are in SD, only very few are in HD. Lists off all of the episodes as well. Season 3 and 4, this is your front artwork, and then this is your back, again, listing off all the episode titles. 5 and 6, this is your front artwork, and then on your back, 7 and 8, front artwork, and your back artwork. And I can tell you I didn't have any issues with any of my discs being misprinted or not having the correct episodes on them. When I tested and went through all of them, all the discs matched up with the episodes correctly in each and every season. 9 and 10, and then this is your backs of 9 and 10. And then the final season, it says final season instead of season 11 on the side as well. And then on the back, it lists off with your special episodic promos in SD. So a lot of people ask, is there episodic promos on them? Some of them do have them, but they are SD. So remember, they did not remaster or go back and scan the original elements for the episodic promos. They are in the original SD footage. And like I said, if you want something fun to do, go watch some of those episodic promos or some of the special features that are in SD. Then start watching the series. You will see how nice of a job they did and how much of work they did to release this in this nice 1080p HD transfer that they did, that it really is an eye-opening experience that you all of a sudden realize, man, that's how poor it looked on DVD and all the previous releases compared to how good this looks on this Blu-ray release. And I can tell you, watching this with the native film grain that's on the original film elements being present on this, really is a very impressive job that CBS Home Entertainment and Paramount Studios provided on this. I did not think it was going to be as good looking as what it is on this release. Other than, like I said, those few things that I did notice on it, which will be incorporated into my review score here, I was very pleasantly surprised with the viewing quality, the audio quality on this Cheers Blu-ray set. For this being the final release I see us ever getting of Cheers on Blu-ray, I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with the quality. I'm very happy to own it. And the DVDs I'll never watch again. Now, there are some things that maybe you want special features wise. I do know there was some old special features on a couple of old DVD sets that have been out of print for many, many years that I don't own anymore, that there was present on them that are not present on any release since. But that's like from the original first individual season releases that they did of Cheers. Those, there are a few and very few that are not present on any of these for special features. But I was very happy with the special features they incorporated into this. There's a lot of them present throughout it, episodic promos, behind the scenes, trivias, all that good stuff. So to me, it had everything that I wanted on it. And because the transfer was so darn good looking, I was very, very pleased with this, especially price-wise. That's something a lot of people ask. You know, I had to go buy this on my own like I explained. This wasn't sent for review. It's an expensive set. You can really see how much of a good value it was for the amount of content you get in here. I mean, heck, if you take that runtime or you even take the amount of episodes, divide it by the price you spent, you're spending pennies per episode that then you spread out over the series. And you think about it, if you watch it multiple times, which I definitely will be watching multiple times, I absolutely love this series. It is one of those heartwarming just comedy series that they don't make anymore. You can sit down, even a lot of times watch this with your family. You don't really have much you have to worry about in this. There are some adult storylines, but a lot of the times kids aren't going to get it anyways because it was done very lighthearted and kind of more tongue-in-cheek where the adults get it, but maybe the kids don't, and the humor's great in it. I remember my parents watching this all growing up and all the way through the 90s until it ended, and I remembered it quite well. Now, I wasn't into it as a kid. I really didn't watch it. You know, when I was a teenager, I didn't watch it. When I was growing up, I didn't watch it, but I remember them watching it. And that's where my memories come from. This is going back and seeing this now. I remember things that I saw that they were watching and things like that. But this looks amazing, and I understand why my parents enjoyed the series so much back then that maybe I didn't understand it as much or care about it as much because I had things like Star Trek, MacGyver. Those were my types of series at the time. But the older I get, the more I enjoy series like this. The more I enjoy the intricate stories, the ongoing stories of just human lives, of adults dealing with adult issues, losing jobs, losing kids, losing family members, theft and crime, and all sorts of things that went on in the world at the time that are dealt with in this series are dealt in a lighthearted way that makes it enjoyable, but still giving some heartwarming moments throughout it. That is one of those reasons why Cheers is a series that is absolutely a wonderful series to enjoy watching. Now, getting to my review score for Cheers, the complete series on Blu Ray. This gets a fantastic 9.3. This is highly recommended to buy and add to your collection. Sit back, enjoy this series, watching it in the best quality I've ever seen Cheers, ever, and the best sounding quality I've ever heard Cheers. It is very enjoyable. That theme song will stick with you for the rest of your life. You'll never be able to forget it, and you'll enjoy watching this from beginning to end. It is one of those that doesn't make you stay up late at night because it was too intense. It's very enjoyable, very relaxing, and the storylines are wonderful throughout this entire series. It will grow on you. Frasier, I love his character in this. I love Frasier anyways, and I have that on Blu Ray as well. And it is one of those things that I like how he went off from Frasier, obviously his character in this, into the Frasier TV series. So it ties those together, and I like having those series both together on Blu Ray. Now, if you want to get Frasier as well, Frasier is very good, and I've enjoyed that as well on Blu Ray. I'll post that direct link down there below in the description link for Frasier as well. If you want to pick that up, make sure to click through those links down there below. I'll put both the link for Cheers, the complete series on Blu Ray, and the Frasier complete series Blu Ray set that I own as well. I'll post that down below in the description section as well. Both series are very enjoyable. This 9.3, it easily deserved. It is a wonderful series. The entire series, having it in Blu Ray, I'm thrilled. And it is one of those that I'm glad to have in my collection. I retired my DVDs. I will never watch those DVDs again. Once you start watching this in HD, you will realize how good it looks compared to those DVDs and how really just crappy and poor those DVDs were. This was a good job by Paramount and CBS Home Entertainment. Very impressive release. The only nitpicky things, as I explained at the beginning of the review, those are things that are just me being nitpicky and saying I wish they would have been slightly different on it. But you have to remember, how often do you see a complete 11 series TV series on Blu Ray looking this good, where they went back to the original film elements and it has all the natural film grain in it? It's not often. A lot of TV series that I review, and you know, I recently talked about Dawson's Creek. If you haven't checked out that review recently, I did that one here on my YouTube channel. Mill Creek overcompresses almost every TV series release. There's a few that have been decent, but most of them have been not that great. That one I talked about it being so overcompressed that it really has horrible blocking and all of those issues. This doesn't have those blocking issues, slight digital noise, but nowhere near anything like Dawson's Creek. That's why this gets a 9.3, whereas Dawson's Creek didn't get anywhere even in that ballpark. You need to check out that review. But as far as this release goes, 9.3 is highly recommended to buy this and add this to your collection. It is a must buy. We need to support releases like this versus like the Dawson's Creek, that is not a great release, to show them we really appreciate the work they did and the time they put into releasing this complete series set. doing them in individual cases, and it seems CBS Home Entertainment has been listening to me when I've been telling them things that I disliked about previous releases, like the artwork being off-centered and things like that. They've been fixing those, and they've been doing a much better job on each release, little things incorporating. I've been talking about making sure there's no DNR, and they're not doing that. It's got a nice layer of film grain you can see throughout it. It is not DNR'd or taken away at all. So bravo, CBS Home Entertainment, Paramount Studios. You got a 9.3. This was a fantastic release that I thoroughly enjoyed. Keep them coming. I want to see more releases of these great 90s and 80s TV series. There are so many of them that I want to own, completely remastered on Blu-ray in a set like this. Keep them coming, CBS Home Entertainment. I loved this set. Now, if you decide you're going to buy this and add this to your collection, make sure to use those links I posted down below. Videos like this I can only continue to create with all of you, my viewers and subscribers' support. Make sure to click on those links down there if you're going to buy this set. Join my collector's VIP club. It's very important to support financially videos like this, or I won't be able to continue doing these. These aren't sent for review, they're expensive and extremely time consuming for me to test and analyze. And as most of you know that have watched my YouTube channel for a while, I'm not like anyone else where it goes out there and I watch one episode and say, hey, it looks great. Watch 2 episodes and say, hey, it looks great. I take my time to dive in to test and analyze all these to give you accurate, honest, and upfront reviews. So make sure if you enjoy that to join my Collector's VIP Club to financially support the creation of videos like this and this YouTube channel. It costs you less than a couple of bucks every month to join that, and that goes into creation of every video like this. That's the only way I can always continue to do this. I want to say thank you to every single Collector's VIP Club member. You truly do make a difference. I really appreciate all the support. For me to be able to do these more and more, the more members I have, the more often I'm able to do these. So make sure to join my Collector's VIP Club. If you haven't done so yet, make sure to give this video a like and a thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. As always, I truly hope all of you have a blessed day, and I've always got something new, early, exclusive, and exciting coming out very soon.